Football League.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. On the visitor sideline, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guy's sitting pretty, 5-1 through 6 games. Then on the Dolphins side, you've got Mike McDaniel. His guys coming off their byes, so they should be fresh and ready to get after it. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. Well, this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
There's so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Two and a throw right away. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. 2nd and 20. Now Tua. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the 1st down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Now Tua just going to back this forward on the end around. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Ready. All right, go. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. That one complete to Hill. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Back to throw here. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll go. Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. De'Von Achane with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from De'Von Achane. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
And this one is incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Shakir hauls it in. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Now he's going to step up and run.
Missed.
Will not go down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
To throw, it's Allen. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. And when you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
Now he'll tuck this and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. The Dolphins at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. But I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Nick Westbrook Akine, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
All right, come on.
Looking to pass. Tua. Out route to Hill, complete. A gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903.
Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. To the air, Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
For the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
25-yard line.
Ready, Zach? All right, go ahead, go. Ready.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Off the play action, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They'll give this to Achane. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Given 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Hey, get set.
On the handoff, it's Achane. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Get set. Winning team.
Tua with a quick throw, caught out well. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Sanders on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Za'Darius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Their own 45-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
3rd down and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Buffalo set to get the football back here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The tally there, -8 yards. Leads to 4th down as well.
3 and out. 4th down.
Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Hill to return it. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. Play action, now it's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Joey Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
All right, go ahead, go, go, go.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
All right.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll try and do this himself. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Tua. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Tackled there by Rayshawn Jenkins.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a third down and 3. Throwing now is Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's still on his feet. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Now he's going to step up and run. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
All right, come on.
Now Tua. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Tua sets up to pass it. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And it's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a little more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
His throw incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Allen He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? Well, we're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here now Roberts. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Now, these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Allen now looks to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play here for Buffalo. 46 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Allen. And his throw here is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run again on first down. Cook. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Here's Allen. That's caught. It's Coleman. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run with Cook. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. They give it 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Again, it's Cook, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. The slot man in motion right. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills have taken the lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan of how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Looking to pass. Tua. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. To the air, Allen. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. The left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
McPherson on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
All right.
Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Tua, the final shot before half. All of his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Ready. Jumbo three.
Again, it's Achane. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Yeah, ready. Winning team.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line.
Running right, here's Achane. And an
excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hey, 21, 22, what's it?
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball is going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
Sanders' kick is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Motion man is Shakir. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw, it's Allen. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir. 48 yards. And the Bills add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game even more.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stays.
So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Miami's offense set and ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
10 yards. And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's no accident they've been moving the ball well all game long. This offensive line has done an excellent job adapting to everything the defense is throwing at them and creating holes for their runners.
Ready.
Up the middle, Achane. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ready.
On play action, here's Tua. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're going deep for Hill. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Throwing now is Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Cook following the penalty. Takes it to about the 37.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 7, Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He stiff arms it. Well, he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First down. A gain of 30. And the Bills first down.
And now they'll throw with Allen. This one complete to Coleman.
Allen's pass. Complete to Keon Coleman. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Second down in the yard. Operating from the gun. Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Zadarius Smith, his second sack of the night. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line.
That's good.
With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. This is 2nd and 8.
The 11-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Motion man is Shakir. Looking to throw. Allen. To the sideline and incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
A 28-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Miami set to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he whips that one incomplete there.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something's off with that one.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Maxwell Hairston. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
44. Ready. Out.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28. 101 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That is incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's fourth down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So following the failed try on fourth down, we'll change ends and change possession. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down, Bills.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. From the 5, 2nd and 4.
At the 5-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Here's Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one out to the 35. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 35-yard line.
Now Tua. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the outroute. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bills' 40-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. They juked him. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. Looking to pass. Tua. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Tackle and able to work this down near the 23. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll try the middle with Cook. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
To the air, Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On play action, Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with career touchdown number 75. And the Bills up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Nothing like understanding where your escape patches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just at personnel. They were going up against a team that was playing at an elite level.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
Cook able to escape. And he's going to be
So the big play there all negated by an illegal block in the back.
He knew it right away as he was doing it. You can see it in his body language. I think what hurts most is he really didn't need to do it, but just couldn't help himself.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brings up second down.
Allen off the play fake. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. All right, so they'll march backwards on the illegal block in the back.
And that's always a really tough call for the official, and I tend to give the benefit of the doubt. Remember, a block from the side is legal, but that time they made the determination that one did come in the back.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. 3rd down and 13. Motion man is Shakir. Now Allen. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. A solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 115 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, back to Achane. Down to about the 37.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now Gordon on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
On play action, here's Tua. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game,